declare a play only. So 12 boards. Auction's given to us. And we'll take a look through the auction, talk about, the decisions made as usual by all the players. And also kind of figure out what information the opponents are showing us and what sort of negative inferences we can draw, as well as what the opponents might know about our hands. So diamond by partner, we bid a heart, 2 hearts by our partner. This is a tricky hand, I think. I mean, in robot system, 3 hearts is just invitational. I think that bid makes a lot of sense. At imps, I would definitely just bid 4 hearts. At match points, if we have this generic 3 hearts invite, I think that's fine. I really wouldn't want to make one of those help suit game try type bids, because I always find those really help direct the defense, and it feels frequently like those types of bids give up a trick on a lot of hands, and this hand feels no different, where let's say we ask for help in spades and our partner says no, they don't have help in spades. Well, now what do the opponents do? They just lead spades, so West from ace jack fourth will lead a low spade. Spade to the king, spade to the jack, ace of spades. Whereas on a different auction, West might lead a trump or a diamond or club, and we might be able to discard spade losers on partners king, queen of diamonds. So anyway, I've never really been a fan of these help suit game tries. I feel like it usually just comes back to bite you. It adds a little bit of science in a spot where science is generally not required. Anywho, long tangent on that. So 3 hearts I think is fine. If you do just want a bid game, I wouldn't be that upset, but the singleton and partner suit, as well as the queen third of spades, not really contributing. And this is an auction where the opponents, well, real opponents, would just be leading a black suit all the time, and that's not good for us. So anyway, partner bids 4 hearts, and what do we get? Partner puts down a 12 count. Okay. Partner and I need to do some talking about what invitational means. I mean, this isn't a terrible 12 count, but partner is minimum. Partner's diamonds are really bad. Partner has no singleton. Yeah, this does not feel like partner should be accepting the game try. Well, we're here. So the opponents have started trumps, which looks like a good lead for them. I think that's pretty likely to mean that West has the club ace, because otherwise, and possibly the king of spades or ace of spades as well. Otherwise, why wouldn't West just lead a black suit? Well, we know why, because the robots hate leading away from honors. But I think generally a trump lead on this auction would mark West with a lot of the missing high cards, possibly even the diamond king as well. We could see a hand like king jack fourth of spades, doubleton heart, king third of diamonds, and ace queen whatever of clubs. It would be pretty reasonable. Well, on the trump lead, it looks like we're going to have to set up dummies diamonds if we want to make the contract. So I think what this means is we want to preserve entries to dummy. So we'll win the queen of hearts in hand, unblock the diamond ace, and lead a club up. That makes sense to me. All right, let's do it. West does have the club ace. And does West have another trump? They do. Wait, did I say unblock the ace of diamonds? I mean, in my head I thought about unblocking the ace of diamonds, because what if West discarded? Or what if this happens? I don't want to win this trump in my hand. I want to be in dummy. No, what am I doing? Oh no. It's gonna be one of these sets, isn't it? Alright, can I recover? We know that the robots don't lead low from Doubleton Trump, so West started with 3 hearts. So we can win the Queen of Hearts, unblock the Diamond Ace, club to the King, Diamond Ruff, heart to the Ace, Diamond Ruff. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Yeah, we really goofed this one, didn't we? Like, imagine if the Ace of Diamonds was not in my hand. I could win the Ace of Hearts, Diamond Ruff, club to the King, Diamond Ruff. It might only escape me for down 1 less. Because I could then ruff a club and ruff a diamond. But I wouldn't be able to get back to dummy to pull the last trump and cash the diamond, so I would still be 1 down, unless I guess the diamonds. But if I guess the diamonds, I'm also making it from here. So it looks like my mistake will only really cost an extra under trick. In some occasions. Okay, well, I mean, regardless, our plan still has to be to set up diamonds. So I guess we do unblock the Ace. East pitched a diamond, which is weird. Queen of Clubs from West. Huh. Well, that makes things interesting. East pitched a diamond as well? Okay, we're always roughing a diamond. So West high-load in the diamond suit. I could cross-ruff 4 more tricks right now, if I wanted to. Ruff 2 clubs in dummy and ruff 2 diamonds in hand. I would lose the rest, but I would end up just down 1. I guess I can also play a club pitching a spade. And I think that's probably what I'm going to do. Because if I play a club and West ruffs, then I don't need to pull a trump. I can ruff the club, ruff a diamond. I mean, I guess I'm still just always down 1. It just looks like I'm always going to be down 1. But yeah, I think I do like the plan of play a club, pitch a spade. It doesn't really seem to cost me at all. Alright, so East wins the jack, cashes the king of spades, and plays back the 5 of clubs. Okay. Well, it is sounding as if we're probably not making this. Yep. Alright, 1 down. I don't think there was anything we could do. West did turn up with the king, jack, 4th of diamonds, so I don't think we had the entries to pick that up. I could be wrong. It's been a long day. But I feel like we did about best we could. You know, the ace king of spades are both on side. I guess we could have made this by leading up towards the queen of spades twice. It didn't really occur to me to try that plan. Maybe it should have. I don't know. I mean, West defense is obviously very weird. Just leading a trump when they don't have a spade on her, and then flying the ace of clubs and then playing a second trump when, once again, they don't have another entry to play a third trump. I mean, I suppose what could they do from that point? But yeah, maybe that was a bit of a mistake on my part, because I did truly believe that there wasn't an alternative win condition. Anyway, on to board 2, what happened here? We are in second seed, vulnerable against not. The robots hate preempting these hands, and in reality, there's nothing wrong with doing it. You shouldn't be concerned about suit quality or whatever outside stuff you have. It should just be... I mean, you should be concerned about stuff in the other major, because then sometimes you play a bad like 6-1 or 6-0 fit as opposed to like a 6-3 fit or even a 5-3 fit. But with a small doubleton in the other major, you should really not care about suit quality or what other sort of strength you have outside for preempting. So, pretty big system error to not preempt 2 hearts in second seat. Club on our left, partner overcalls a spade. We decide to bid 2 hearts, and I mean, this is just where things kind of go off the rails, right? Partner hasn't promised much for 1 spade overcall vulnerable. Our 2 heart bid isn't necessarily forcing, probably shows this type of hand, but partner now bids 2 no trump over it. I really don't get the 3 heart bid, like, at all. Isn't this, like, invitational? It says invitational to 3 no. Shouldn't we just bid 3 no? I don't understand the 3 heart bid. Anyway, we're here. Partner has a 15 count. Well, I'm not that disappointed that we avoided 3 no trump. It's not such a good spot. But we're in 3 hearts. King of clubs lead, king from ace king. Jack of clubs from east. Oh, west opened a club. I'm sorry. I'm already out of it. 8 of spades switch. Okay. What are the odds that 2 players both forgot to preempt? So it looks like East has a singleton club. Could this be a singleton spade? It would mean that East didn't preempt in first seat with Queen Jack 10-9 6th. But that would be possible if East was like 6-4 2-1 in shape. They could have a side 4 card heart suit. I need to find a way back to my hand. Like, I think a lot of people will see trick 1, win the ace of spades, unblock the heart king, and lead a club to the 10. And I guess I'm a little bit nervous that East might ruff that trick and give their partner a spade ruff. I mean, even if they didn't, West could just win and play back another club. Not a club, spade. That would kill my communication to dummy before I can use the clubs to pitch diamonds. Well, we should win the ace. Let's unblock the Heart King. I mean, I'm never scoring all of these clubs. I feel like I should just play a diamond to the ace and heart. Okay. Don't cash the club. Unfortunate. So East really was 6-4. Now, it wouldn't necessarily... I mean, I also kind of think this is silly. I think I would preempt 2 spades with East's hand. I understand not doing it, but just the presence of all the intermediate spot cards means that even if we miss a big heart fit, at least it's not going to be the end of the world. And the 2-spade preempt does put a lot of pressure on the opponents. But I understand the rationale behind passing. So I don't think that we actually do worse if I did win the ace of spades and play a club, but I was a bit nervous about this sort of layout. We're in 3 no trump. Okay, how did we get here? We opened a club. We have 19. Partner bid a diamond. We rebid 2 no. Looks good so far. Partner bids 3 clubs, which is apparently natural. We bid 3 hearts, which seems perfectly fine. Partner tries 3 no trump. So, like, it's match points and we're 4-3-3. But, counterpoint, our hand is amazing for suit contract and really bad for no trump. I mean, I could definitely see us going down in 3-0 when 5 clubs is cold. I could probably even see us going down in 3-0 when 6 clubs is cold. Or 6 diamonds, for that matter. Right? We don't know what partner's best fit is. I think I would pull 3-0. Just so much stuff concentrated in partner's 2 suits. I don't think partners should really bid 3 clubs with just 4-4. I mean, if they had a balanced hand with 4-4, they would just bid 3-0. And if they had a 4-card major, they would have bid that instead of a diamond. So partner has to have at least 5-4 in the minors, and probably more likely, 6-4 or 5-5 or something like that for this bid. Yeah, I think I would pull 3-0 to 4 diamonds. Let partner sort things out from there. How did we do? Well, singleton ace, 5-5 in the minors, no values. Excellent. This is exactly where we wanted to be. Look at that. We found a hand where 5 diamonds is cold, or 5 clubs is cold, and we're just going down in 3 now. Perfect. Okay. I mean, I guess I'm going to win the ace and play on clubs. There's some chance if they duck too many clubs, I can run the diamond suit. So that does seem pretty reasonable to me. Club to the queen, long tank from West duck. I was kind of hoping West might just win. That would make things easy for us later in the play. All right. 2 rounds of clubs have held. So the opponents have at least 4 spades to cash. I mean, assuming it's not blocked. Which means if we exit a club and then they decide to run 4 rounds of spades, we'll have to pitch down to an ace-king doubleton in one of the red suits anyway. So I think we just go ace-king of diamonds and see if the queen falls. Okay, West. That was not the best defense from our friend over here. West knew the diamonds were coming home and still ducked his ace of clubs a couple times. Cool story, bro. What do the opponents know about my hand from the 3-heart bid? Oh, they think I have 4 hearts, which I happen to have 4 hearts, but why would this bid ever show 4? It would just show concern about spades for no trump, in which case partners shouldn't have bid 3 now. All right. Let's pitch another heart. That is a lot of spade discards. Let's play club. There's still the king, queen, and jack of spades out. So unfortunately, we just have to cash the heart king. All right. Made 4. Well, this defense was not best from our opponents. Ooh, an auction that I probably agree with. A heart on our left, 3 clubs on our right, natural invitational. The robots don't have any sort of constraints on this 3-club bid about suit quality or length and opener suit or anything like that. They'll just bid it with like a 6-3-2-2-10 count that has like king 5th of clubs or king 6th of clubs. We bid 4 spades. I like the bid. We don't really know if the opponents were bidding to game, but if the opponents do bid to 4 hearts, we would want to bid 4 spades over that. So for that reason, I think it's probably a good decision to just get it out of the way immediately. We get a club lead. Looks like they weren't really bidding to 4 hearts, but we might have a chance to make this. We're going to have to prepare ourselves for what we do when East switches to hearts. And we should definitely play the jack on that trick. All right. Oh, we get a spade switch. Well, this probably means hearts are 5-2. So there's no heart ruff coming. I don't really see anything to do other than to just win and ruff a club and eventually lead a heart up to the king. We'll make 10 tricks, so we'll lose 2 clubs and a heart. Yeah, the problem is we can't really somehow run our spade suit because when we win the ace and ruff a club, the only way to get back to our hand is to ruff a diamond, and that exposes our whole hand to the opponents. They're never going to misdefend from there. All right. We'll win the ace. We will ruff our club. And we'll lead a low diamond. Okay, let's pull some trumps and lead a heart out. But the defense cashes their club. Making 4. Yeah, so East has a hand that I think most players just wouldn't bid 3 clubs with because it takes up too much room. And there's still at least 3 different contracts in play. 4 hearts, 3 no trump, and 5 clubs in terms of game contracts that you could be searching for. And the 3 club bid just takes up too much room. What happened here? Pass by partner, a diamond on our right. We pass. A heart on our left. They just keep bidding our suits. Partner bids a spade. Pass to us. We have a 10 count. I like a no trump. Seems pretty reasonable. I could understand passing a spade, but I think I like a no trump better because we might be in trouble in either contract, and 1 no trump. I mean, we know that we're in a 5-1 spade fit, which could make. We're only at the 1 level, and we probably have about half the high card points in the deck. But our suits are not really helping partner in spades, whereas in no trump, we might actually take some tricks with diamonds or hearts. So, yeah, I like a no trump. We get the king of diamonds lead. It's probably a singleton. I mean, it could be a doubleton, but it would be weird. I guess West could have both the king and queen of diamonds, but then the auction itself is a little bit strange. So in terms of trick taking, we have a diamond. We can take 2 hearts by force. We can also get back to our hand in the heart suit twice, even if the king of hearts is in West's hand. That would allow us to set up some diamonds. Setting up the spades is going to be a tricky proposition. I mean, I think it's very possible East has the ace and king of clubs, given the king of diamonds lead from West. Like, if West turns up with both red suit kings, it's probably pretty difficult to find enough high cards for East without having both the ace king of clubs. Like, they could have ace jack of clubs, queen of diamonds, ace of spades to get up to 11. But I think that's challenging. Also, if West has the queen of diamonds, that would also be the case. Anyway, let's win the ace of diamonds. East plays the 8. I'm going to lead the 10 of hearts. I don't know what my plan is if East doesn't cover it. Yeah, East plays... Okay, well, now that the 8 of hearts has showed up, I'm actually pretty happy to overtake this. So West does have the heart king. Yeah, and it is starting to look like both the ace and king of clubs are in East's hand. All right, there's 2 rounds of clubs and another heart. So what's our plan? Like, let's say I win the ace of hearts here. If I knock out the diamond queen, East will just win. You know, East doesn't have another heart. Aha! So if I win the Ace of Hearts and knock out the Diamond Queen, East can't play back a third heart to cut communication. I could then... So East will probably play back a club, but clubs are 3-3, it looks like. So then I can knock out the Spade Ace. I guess I could cash another diamond and then knock out the Spade Ace and then cross to the 9 of Hearts and dummies high. Is there a better way to do this? There might be a better way to do this. That seems very convoluted. Well, we'll win the Ace of Hearts. What if I knock out the Spade Ace first? If I play a spade to the king and it holds, then I can actually just overtake the 9 of Hearts with the Jack and knock out the Diamond Queen and eventually give back with the Club Queen to run my tricks. They'll get the Ace of Spades or maybe the 5th diamond eventually. But I would get all the tricks I'm entitled to. So if I play a spade to the king and East wins and plays back a club, I guess it comes out the same, right? I then win the Club Queen and then I knock out the Diamond Queen. No. No, it's much worse. Yeah, I can't play spades first. I have to play diamonds. All right. So diamond comes back. Now we're in good shape. Now we can... I think we can just claim. We can knock out the Spade Ace, and we have plenty of communication. Well, I guess it's a little bit more complicated. We should play a couple of tricks. Okay, now we can claim. Gib would not let us claim because we hadn't seen that East only had 2 hearts. Even though we kind of knew it. Plus 120. It was just kind of an exercise in planning the play. There was no like fascinating or fancy squeeze or anything like that going on. Oh, clubs didn't split. But I guess East wasn't able to knock out the entry to the south hand anyway. Okay. So, plus 120. Board 6. We're in a no trump again. 3 passes go around a partner who opens a club. We bid a heart. Partner bids a spade. We bid a no trump. Seems pretty reasonable. Heart lead. That's my suit! Okay, heart lead. So I think East probably has the heart ace. I mean, West leading a heart, I guess, could be ace 9-8 4th. It wouldn't be that unreasonable. I'm tempted to just play the king to try and force East to take the ace immediately, and then this will give me a little bit better communication. Okay, good start. Queen of clubs switch to the 8. Man, I could see it being the case that East has the ace of clubs, but I think it's pretty unlikely. You know, most people wouldn't switch to the club queen holding the ace here. Yeah, I think I should duck this. Clubs are undoubtedly 4-3. West probably has the ace, and so East will continue a club, and then hopefully we can isolate the 13th club. It might not do us any good, but at least it would slow the opponents down on cashing out the club suit. All right. There's 2 rounds of clubs. Duck to my king. So, what's the plan? Well, we can knock out the Diamond King. We unfortunately don't have the entries to pick off a king doubleton of diamonds in West's hand. Like, I could lead a heart to the queen and a diamond up. And if West ducks, great. We win the queen, low to the ace, West king falls. But West will just win and could then continue a 3rd round of hearts to knock out the entry to our hand. So the diamonds would be blocked. I'm wondering if there's a way to, for example, cash a bunch of hearts and exit a club. This is probably a really dumb idea. Yeah, let's not do that. I mean, another consideration that I have is that clubs could be 5-2. Maybe East started with Queen 9 doubleton, which would be weird, but I guess possible. In which case, we're going to have to make a couple of discards from our hand. Let's just take the diamond finesse. All right, West wins, probably cashes 2 clubs. And plays a heart. Well, good news, if the diamonds split, we stole a trick here. There's a diamond pitch from East. Hey, the diamonds do split. Look at that. West was too afraid to lead a spade away from the king. A spot where carding is definitely helpful. Plus 90, we'll take it. All right, 3 clubs, board 7. We open a club, we have 12. Partner bids a heart, we bid a spade. Because we're forced to by system, partner jumps to 3 clubs, invite. And we have this hand. Gross. You know, it's a tricky spot at match points. At teams, I think I would definitely just pass 3 clubs. At match points, I feel like 3 hearts is probably the right bid. Sometimes partner has 5 hearts, in which case we're just very happy. And even when partner doesn't have 5 hearts, they're pretty likely to lead diamonds on this auction. A spade lead would be bad for us, because then partner might get forced in the long trump hand. But a diamond lead might allow us to ruff a diamond in our hand. And with the side club fit, we might be able to ruff a diamond, pull a couple of rounds of trumps, and then just run clubs. They can take a couple of trumps and maybe a couple of spades, but we might emerge plus 140, which even if 3 clubs makes an over trick, we would still be doing better than that from match points. So I actually think I really like a 3 heart bid in this spot. But let's see how we did. We're in 3 clubs, in fact. And yeah, as it turns out, on a diamond lead, we're actually in excellent shape. We would win, ruff a diamond, and I don't know if we go ace of hearts heart or if we just duck a heart and then cash the ace, but then we can play club to the jack, for example. I mean, maybe we play club to the jack earlier. There would be a lot of chances to make 9 tricks and hearts, which would be a huge result. But we're in 3 clubs. We get the king of hearts lead. I'm not exactly in a rush to pull trumps, I don't think. It could definitely be dangerous not to. Like if West started with King, Queen, Jack, fourth of hearts. I'm thinking of winning the ace of hearts and leading back a low heart right now. I mean, the big danger is West wins the Jack, cashes the Queen, and plays a fourth round, and East roughs with the 10 or 9 of clubs. That would be the big danger. But sometimes, if we go ace of clubs club, West shows out on that trick. And we're really going to want to work on the heart suit ahead of time so that we can rough both red suit losers in the south hand. Yeah, I'm just going to play back a low heart. Okay. Long tank from East, 8 of hearts. I guess we have another danger now. West led from King, Queen, Doubleton, which it looks... that seems pretty likely. So now if we go ace of clubs club to the Jack and East wins, East can go Jack of hearts heart, and that will promote a trump trick if West has 3 clubs. Maybe I didn't give this my full attention at the start of play. I was too focused on the 4-1 club splits. But yeah, King, Queen, Doubleton of hearts is a dangerous holding. Because now it almost makes me want to go ace of clubs club to the king. But that's such a terrible thing to do at match points. All right. Diamond to the Jack and ace. Let's cash the club ace. There's the 10 from West. I mean, fortunately it's the 10-9, so if it does go heart-heart, I can rough with the 7 of clubs. All right. Hey, look at that. Well, we can pull the trump, and we lose a heart and a spade. So 140. Now, playing this contract in hearts once again, we would be at least plus 140. I think it would be hard to do better than 140, but that would beat everyone who plays in clubs. Match points is a funny game. Board 8. A spade on our left. Partner makes a takeout double. Wow. We have a tricky hand. We decide to bid 2 spades. I guess I like that decision. It's going to be really tough for us to show our hand, though. Partner bids 3 clubs, which is interesting. What should partner's priorities be over the 2 spade bid? So a lot of people play this bid as forcing through suit agreement, which means if it goes 3 clubs and we bid 4 clubs, that would be non-forcing. Our suit is agreed, and, you know, so what that we didn't bid game, we've showed a good hand, and then we showed a club fit. So anyway, like 3 diamonds would presumably be forcing in this agreement. So under that sort of pretext, I guess partner's just supposed to treat it like a monster Stamen type bid and start bidding 4-card suits up the line, which makes some sense. I mean, bid no trump if they have it, but otherwise just start bidding their long suits up the line, so 3 clubs would show 4. 3 diamonds would show diamonds. Partner's 3 spades should presumably deny a diamond fit. Actually, I'm unclear about that. I suppose partner could be looking for no trump. I mean, either way. And now we bid 4 hearts. I mean, assuming that these bids mean what we hope they mean, which I'm not sure they do, I'm happy with the way we described our hand, but I don't think diamonds has to be longer than hearts. I mean, I think it has to... hearts has to be... I think diamonds could be like... Let me think about this carefully. Because if we had 4 diamonds and 4 hearts, wouldn't we just bid 3 hearts instead of 3 diamonds? The answer is yes. So... Okay, I take it all back. Diamonds have to be longer than hearts. Huh. Alright, fair enough. Then I do like the way we described our hand. Let's see what partner puts down. Partner puts down this. I feel like I would have ended up in 5 diamonds on these cards. Like the 2 spade bid followed by a 3 diamond bid. I think North should be raising that. Which does bring into question a little bit to me whether or not we should just be bidding 3 hearts with the South hand. Because it's so important to find a 4-4 heart fit, especially looking at South's hand. Where are the spades? No one bids spades again? Wait, where are all the spades? East has like a 0 count with 6 spades, and they're like, well, I don't have enough points to bid. I guess we're just passing throughout. Anyway, the play of this hand is not going to be very interesting. I mean, the auction has a lot to discuss, but I feel like I've touched on some points. Ace of diamonds lead, ace of spades cashes. Does West have another diamond? No. Let me briefly pause to think about 5-0 trumps. Presumably East has 5 of them. I guess I want to preserve my chance of a finesse later. Okay, the 5 of clubs just holds. That's perfect. Let's cash a trump. Let's cash the queen first. All right, everyone follows. We just have the rest. Yeah, East just had a 4 spade bid directly over the double and forgot to make... Well, 4 spades is a lot on 5-3-3-2. Maybe East had more of like a 3 spade preemptive bid if they're playing that. All right, what happened here? Pass, we open a club. We have longer clubs than spades. This is one thing that Gibb has right, which I actually don't know how most players around the world feel about this. I mean, I know how people in like the area that I grew up playing bridge in feel about this, and everyone there would open a spade with this hand, which is just lunacy. But this is one of the more modern concepts that Gibb actually, well, understands to some extent. They just open their long suit. Take out double on our left. Partner bids a heart. We bid a spade. Partner bids a no trump. 2 clubs is not the right bid. We should bid 2 spades. It's really important to show that we're 6-5. And 2 spades wouldn't necessarily show extra values. I mean, it would imply extra values, which I think we have. You know, we could have the queen of spades less and open this hand as well. But in terms of like where we want to play this hand, especially at match points, we do want to play in spades if we have a 5-3 spade fit. So we really want to convey that we actually have spades. So anyway, 2 spades better than 2 clubs here. Yeah, it's possible that if we bid 2 clubs and partner passes, we've actually done the right thing, but that's aiming for a very narrow target. And if that's the case, it's probably okay for us to play 3 clubs anyway. We'll bid 2 spades, partner will correct back to 3 clubs, we can pass. We're a level higher, but hopefully we make it. Partner bids 2 spades, which is kind of weird. Supposedly to show 3, just to protect against this exact hand. I don't think that's what partner should protect against, but we decide to bid 4 spades. 4 spades still feels like a lot. I mean, partners bid our void. If partner has any values opposite our void, that's not good for us. We do still have a complete minimum in terms of values for our opening bid. Yeah, I mean, if partner has the ace of spades and king of clubs, we're in great shape. If partner's missing both of those cards, though, we're going to need a lot of help to make 10 tricks. King of diamonds lead. Well, we found one of them. So ace of diamonds and a third diamond to the queen. Well, we should rough this trick. Okay. So, let me think. I'm guessing West doesn't have a singleton club. I mean, they might, but it seems unlikely. It also feels somewhat unlikely that East has a singleton club because West could have tried to give their partner a club ruff if they had 4 of them. Then again, West might have Jack fourth and just has a natural club trick. But my question is basically, should I cross to the club king to lead a spade up? This would be beneficial in a couple of ways. One, maybe we just get very lucky and East has singleton ace. And then we play a low spade, East plays the ace, we don't have to waste one of our honors. East has no way to promote a trump trick in partner's hand, so they play back either a club or a heart, or maybe a diamond giving us rough sluff, and then we pull trumps and run the clubs. Secondly, if East happens to have ace third of spades and 5 diamonds, we do prevent the trump promotion. Because if we lead the king of spades out of hand, and East wins the ace on the first round and then plays another diamond, and West happens to hold the 10 of spades, we're in a bit of a bind. I mean, we would probably discard, hoping that West can't ruff, but West would ruff with the 10. Whereas if we lead a low spade up, and East has the ace third of spades and 5 diamonds, East can fly ace, but then we play low, and then if East gives us rough, sluff, and diamonds, I mean, we're going to have a guess to make, I suppose, whether to ruff high or to take the ruff and discard, playing East for a singleton ace. At the table, we would probably be a little bit better about making that read than online. But I think it's still probably worth crossing to the club king. I don't feel like a club ruff is very likely. So club to the king, spade to the 10. Okay. Spade return. I guess, well, with the 5 coming back, we can play low. So we have enough time to cash the ace of clubs, right? If they ruff, so be it. We can ruff the clubs good. And if they don't ruff, and clubs happen to be 4-1, we can ruff a club with the 9 of spades. But when clubs split, we can just pull the last trump and claim. 420. Partner had just enough stuff that we were able to make it. Board 10, 3 boards to go. 3 diamond preempt on our right. We pick up this hand. I would definitely overcall 3 spades. I think our hand's a little bit light, but the fact that we're voiding diamonds means it really is our burden to bear to enter into this auction for our side. And our spade suit's not so bad. We do have a 6th one. And the interior spots are quite nice, even though we're missing a couple of the top honors. I'll pass. I'm very happy about the way this auction went, given that we have decided to overcall 3 spades a little bit late, and partner decided not to bury us for it. So here we are. Wow, partner really decided not to bury us. Ace third of spades, nothing wasted in diamonds. So ace of diamonds lead. Okay. What's our plan? Well, it looks like East has king, queen, probably king, queen, jack of diamonds. They could have one more card. Now, if that card's the King of Hearts, we're in pretty good shape. If that card's the Club Queen, I mean, I don't have a lot of entries to Partner's Hand. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to play West for the Ace and Queen of Clubs. So we'll rough the opening lead. I guess lead the Queen of Spades for a finesse. Probably just more or less pull trumps. Use our one entry to dummy to play a heart to the Queen. And lead clubs towards the Jack. I don't want to lead clubs up towards the Jack before I pull trumps, because then a third round of clubs might complicate things. I'm just thinking, I mean, if West gets really clever, when we lead a club up to the Jack, they might duck. And our Jack of Clubs will hold, but we'll still have the potential to lose 3 club tricks in the end of the play, although it looks like we might be able to end play West in that scenario. So this looks like a pretty solid plan to me. We'll rethink our plan maybe if the Queen of Spades gets covered, because then we have the opportunity to try and take a club finesse and maybe rough a club in the north hand. But I don't think West is going to cover the Queen of Spades. Oh, well, that's a reason why West wouldn't cover the Queen of Spades. Gotcha. So at least now we know that the Ace, Queen of Clubs are both in West's hand. 8 of Hearts comes back. This could easily be a singleton, so I think we have to hop up with the Ace. So pull trumps, I suppose. Do I want to pull trumps and rough a diamond in my hand to strip West's last diamond? I don't really see why not, so I guess I will. East is never getting in again once we rough a diamond, so... Whoa! East has 3 spades. So East has 7 diamonds, 3 spades. We're getting a pretty good count on the hand. It looks like 1 heart and 2 clubs. Although I guess I'm a little bit concerned now that East might have the club queen. King of Spades, King, Queen of Diamonds, Queen of Clubs. It seems pretty far-fetched. Let's just rough our diamond, pull the last trump, and lead a club to the Jack. I assume West will take the Queen, which will greatly simplify the rest of the play, but even if club to the Jack wins, we're going to be doing okay. I guess in that case, I don't actually need to rough a diamond then, right? I could just pull a trump and lead a club. If the Jack wins, then I can rough a diamond. I could rough a diamond now to protect against 6-3 diamonds, but there's no way that this East preempted with a 6-card diamond suit. Maybe I should think about it for posterity, that if I was playing against real human opponents, I would want to protect against 6-3 diamonds. So I rough a diamond, I pull the last trump, I lead a club to the Jack. Let's say it wins. I rough the last diamond, extracting West's last... Or I rough a third diamond, exhausting myself of trumps, but also exhausting West's diamonds. So at that point, we'll have a count on West's hand because we have a count on East's hand. Well, presumed count on East's hand. We suspect that East switched to their singleton when they switch to that heart. And so if West is down to 2 hearts and 3 clubs, we can then lead the Queen of Hearts. West will have to duck, otherwise Dummy's Hearts will be good. We could overtake the 9 with the Jack, and the 6 of Hearts will be set up. And then we can throw West in with a heart to lead clubs into a King 10 at the end. So actually it looks like this is probably a pretty good line of play. We'll play a diamond, cash the Jack of Spades, note that West has pitched a couple of clubs, but West just wins the Queen of Clubs when they get in. The Jack of Clubs holds, so we can knock out the King of Hearts and knock out the Club Ace. Wait. Wait a second. We need to be a little bit careful about how we handle the ending. I was going to just play a heart to the Queen, but we would go down if we did that. We actually have to ruff the diamond back to hand and then knock out the Club Ace. All right. Oh, hearts were 3-3 after all. Oh, clubs were 7-0. That's why East didn't switch to clubs. Okay, so a heart to the Queen actually would have worked out in the end also, but this worked out a little bit better. Plus 140. Hey, we're on a streak of plus scores. After those first 2 boards, we're probably doing okay. Board 11. We open a club. We got 12. Partner bids a heart, a spade over call on our right, we make a support double. 3 spades, finally the opponents have learned to preempt. Partner bids 4 clubs. I don't understand why it says 12 to 16 points. To me, this is a competitive bid. Partner could be sitting on a singleton spade or possibly a doubleton. They have a club fit and not 5 hearts, obviously, but they're just interested in competing. Maybe they think the opponents could be making 3 spades and we could get out for down 1 doubled or down 2 undoubled, and that would be a good result. I don't see any reason why this should be forward going. I think if partner had a forward going hand with clubs, they should either just bid 5 clubs or maybe double 3 spades. But anyway, we decide to bid 5 clubs, which doesn't make any sense to me. Apparently, we've showed nothing by bidding 5 clubs here. I think we should make this bid if we have substantial extras, because it's really hard to make 11 tricks. Anyway, let's see what partner has. Yeah, partner has kind of about what I would have expected. Singleton spade, a bunch of clubs, not necessarily a ton of defense. They were just competing. It's match points. So, do we have any chance to make this? We have spade loser, we have a heart loser, we have a club loser, and we might be in time to set up hearts to pitch a diamond loser. Spade to the king and ace, a heart comes back, which just holds. Unfortunately, this heart return makes me think that I can't afford to take a safety play in clubs. I'm very nervous about 4-2 hearts. I mean, the fact that West didn't play the ace on this trick clearly means that East has the ace. Why would East switch to hearts if they only had ace third or ace doubleton? They have to have ace fourth. So I think East definitely has ace fourth of hearts. They were trying to get their partner a ruff if they started with king doubleton, mostly because they know the full count from our support double. So I think we have to just go ace of clubs. Okay, clubs split. We can knock out the heart, knock out the club, and eventually pitch a diamond loser. So we're going to be down 1. If only there was a way to go plus 130 on our cards, but I guess that's just out of... Oh my god, we have 12 cards in the majors. Hold on a second. A diamond by West, a heart on our right. We overcall 1 spade. walking the dog a bit, I see. This raises an interesting question about cubids. I actually think I saw a Bridge Winners thread on this recently, like in the last couple of weeks. People were wondering, what 2 diamonds shows in these spots. For example, my preference generally is to just play these sort of cubids as Michaels. It seems really infrequent that you want to overcall with a natural suit. So 2 diamonds being natural, for example, would be another hand that could be important to show, especially if the opponents are playing a precision diamond, for example. But if 1 diamond's natural, then it's really hard to imagine that we want to be declaring diamonds when we're sitting in front of, or when the diamond bidder is on our left, for example. The number of hands where that would come up are unbelievably small, and the number of hands where we just have 5 hearts and 5 spades are much larger. So I think I would prefer to play Michaels in these spots, but I know that there's alternatives that people suggest. Anywho, we bid a spade. Pass, double, reopening double. We decide to bid 2 spades. This is one of these tricky spots. I mean, we could be making a slam in hearts. We could be making a grand in hearts. Like, imagine if partner has king, 4th of hearts, and the ace of clubs, and a stiff spade. Sorry, did I say the stiff spade part? I didn't. But we're pretty close to making a grand. If East has 3 spades, then we do make a grand. We can ruff a couple. Well, maybe we're a little bit short on drawing trumps. Anyway, we're like definitely in the ballpark for making a small slam in hearts. And that's when partner has a fitting 7 count, whereas playing the contract in spades, yeah, we'll probably make 4, but we would rather be in hearts. So we have a really difficult decision over this double. I think I would like to slow the auction down. There are 2 things that you can do, I think, which are generally considered best with such distributional hands, 12 cards and 2 suits, 13 cards and 2 suits, that sort of thing. And those are either to just gamble and pick a contract that you think might be making and bid it immediately to put a lot of pressure on the opponents, or try and make a bunch of forcing bids and slow the auction down to get as much information as you can about what partner's hand looks like and where he might have a fit before you make your decision. And this isn't the spot where it looks like the opponents are itching to bid 5 of a minor or whatever. So I think that first idea of just picking a contract and gambling doesn't have as much merit, because you're not going to be able to kind of earn a big reward if the opponents misguess whether to double you or bid on. I do think I like redouble over the double then. And then we probably bid hearts next, I suppose, is going to be the plan. I'm sorry, there's this everyone knows about this aura of light that hits my face at certain times of day, so hopefully it's not too distracting. But I think I like the redouble to kind of slow the auction down. Makes sense to me. 2 spades would never have occurred to me. Our hand has way too much playing strength for a non-forcing 2 spade bid. I could understand bidding 3 spades non-forcing. I could understand bidding 4 spades. I could understand just bidding 2 hearts, assuming that's natural. But 2 spades feels very wimpy. It might be the right contract. Partner could be 6-5 in the minors over there and singleton in the majors, and this is our last making spot. But I feel like we have a little bit too much undisclosed offensive potential. How did we do? We're pretty close. Partner 6-4 in the minors. Wasted ace of diamonds even. King of clubs lead. Ace of clubs. Alright. So what's our plan? Um, I guess I'm tempted to just duck a heart. So rough this and duck a heart. I think there's some chance the opponents make a mistake and continue trying to force me, thinking that the other player has 4 trumps. So, like, imagine I duck a heart and East is sitting on a doubleton spade. From the auction, East might think spades are 6, 4, 1, 2 around the table. So they'll win the heart and play back another club. But it turns out that spades are not 6, 2. Or 6, 4, 2, 1. So I think there's a chance I get to actually ruff a heart in the north hand. And if I can do that safely, it's actually pretty good. Either hearts are 3, 3, or someone will over-ruff with long trumps. Yeah, let's give this a try. East switches to spades. That's okay. We have gotten to work at setting up the heart suit, at least start to do so, and we haven't been forced. So I guess let's stick in an intermediate spade. I'm thinking about this. West opened a diamond, so I'm not really concerned about West playing another club and East ruffing. That would mean West started with 6, 6, which is impossible. So let's put in the 9. Alright, Queen of Clubs comes. Okay. Think we should cash the Ace of Spades, start pulling trumps. And now we just knock out however many hearts we need to lose. Looks like 2 more. Okay. Down 1. Good stop by us. Man, so great that we didn't go above 2 spades on this hand. Disaster avoided. So we finished the way that we started. We went down 1 twice. Dude, this BBO plus pop-up is incredibly rude. We went down 1 twice. On the first 2 hands, went down 1 twice on the last 2 hands. We made all 8 of our contracts in the middle, some of which the opponents could have beaten. And we are getting an enormous amount of lag. Alright, here we go. How did we do? Not a lot of people played this week, but we're 58. Nothing below 50, but it did feel kind of as if there were a lot of just very flat boards, and that's what the scorecard looks like. Bunch of 50s. Our best results were some 75s, where it looks like we got some over tricks or made contracts that we probably shouldn't have on a couple of the hands. But overall, a pretty solid set. Nothing to complain about, nothing all that interesting to discuss.